Good evening, SBC. You know what? Good evening, SBCC. And good evening, BSL. And good evening to everyone else within the sounds of my voice. North, south, east, west, and all points in between. You've tuned in to the October 15th, 2024 edition of SBC Tuesday Talk. And I am your host and moderator, administrator, facilitator, teacher, van driver, and of course, head chef, Mr. Mike Walker. Glad to have each and every one of y'all here with us. Glad you could join us. We don't take it for granted. We don't take it lightly. Thank you for deciding to spend at least 1 hour with us on Tuesday night. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support. And we hope and pray that you had a good day today. And if not, well, you made it through this day, but we pray that tomorrow be a better day. Okay? Thank you so much. As you see, well, things working pretty good. The past 2 weeks been some technical difficulties though, but you see my handsome face tonight though, so everything's working. So let's get started, though. I'm not going to waste your time, though. Let's get some salutations out the way. Who will be the first one? From Rocket City, Valerie Zachary Cabot. Good evening to you, ma'am, from Huntsville, Alabama. Thank you so much for being here. Valerie, good evening. Glad to have you here. Pastor Duffy Collins, great to have you here, ma'am. Sister Shireen from our nation's capital, good to have you here. From Beham, Alabama, Marcus Wilbanks, good to have you here. You think so? Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Hey, thank you. Hey, I try my best. I gotta look good for y'all. I gotta look presentable to y'all. T. Colorado from the Sunshine State. Glad to have you here with us and glad to see that you're safe. As y'all been having that, it's been bad down there. It's been real bad down there. But thank you, and I'm praying for y'all and all those affected by the hurricanes Helene and Milton. Oh boy. Messina Mason. Great to have you here, ma'am. Great to have you here. And you asked a question about long distance, but I don't think I'm going to cover it. I gave you my answer in the comment section, though. So, in the chat, though. So, Andrea, great to have you here, ma'am. Always a pleasure to have you here. So, good to have you here, ma'am. Okay, you know what? We got a lot to cover, though. And I'm trying to see where, we got some more coming in. Sister Sandiford Giles, good to have you here, pretty lady. Thank you for joining us. Okay, we got a hot topic. And I'm trying to see which one I want to cover. Okay, let's just go and get this one. Folks, this is last minute right here. This is last minute. And thank you. We got some though. And this first one gonna be a doozy though. Okay. We're gonna read this one together. Okay. Here we go. My husband is throwing a temper tantrum because I had dinner with my ex, who is leaving for prison for the remainder of his life, and just wanted to apologize for any hurt he caused me and to say goodbye. Kiki. Boy, boo, I needed that closure. Cry about it then. What say y'all about that? Providing this is true, folks make up stuff to get clicks and views on the internet, though. But what's y'all thoughts on this, though? What are your thoughts on this? Do you think she was right in spending time with her ex? I don't know if it's an ex-boyfriend or an ex-husband. Was the husband, did he have a right to have a temper tantrum because she decided to spend, I guess, such a quality time with someone other than him? You know, uh, let me see. Let's look at this. Andrea says, out of order. Wow, out of order. Shireen says, nope, I wouldn't disrespect my current man for closure. And from the sound, Messina says, maybe he is starting his repentance before going to jail. Okay, that's an interesting way to look at it right there. That's interesting. I don't know. As a husband, I don't know. I don't think I would like that. I'm just going to just tell you the truth right now. I don't think I would like that at all. For closure, what is there to close? He's an ex for a reason. You called him an ex. So what is there to close up? Somebody help me understand that right there. And and you've moved on. You have a husband now. Why disrespect at home? Now, if the roles were reversed, to say I had a ex-girlfriend, ex-lady, ex-lover, ex-wife, whatever, and she was going to spend the rest of her life in the hoosgow, I don't think I would want to spend, time like that. And especially if I'm married, if I'm having a wife at home, why do I want to disrespect my baby at home to have closure with somebody that apparently and obviously it didn't work out though? What sense does that make right there? That doesn't make sense though. I don't know. Let's look at this again. Valerie says, nope, I don't think she should have done that. Very disrespectful. Darlene Duffy Collins says, that was very disrespectful. Okay. Amen. Well, thank you. If the tables were reversed, she would. I believe she would. I believe she would raise holy hell about that. I believe it. Right. Hey, Sonia from Queens, glad to have you here. Please make sure you join us in the after party. We got to exchange health topics, me and you, about, well, okay, anyway. But glad to have you here. Marcus says, providing that this is true, the key is that he is leaving for prison. It is time for you to keep your life in order, especially with your spouse. I agree. It sounds as if she hasn't moved on. And I don't blame her husband for doing that. Let bygones stay put. Messina, you can still have deep pain in you that you thought was over, but it wasn't. Of course, it just became junk that lives within you. Okay. I just don't think, I mean, what is there for me to close? Seriously. Unless there's a child involved, we share a child or something like that. Okay, you may want to talk, but just, you have to put your husband in consideration. You got to put your husband in consideration. That just sounds kind of crazy to me. That sounds, I don't know. It sounds like she hasn't healed, and I don't trust that. And maybe so. Maybe she hadn't healed. But I don't know. And again, and again, like Andrea said, if he had went and had supper with his ex, how would she feel about that? And I said this is my second time saying this. He's an ex for a reason. He is an X for a reason. So, hey, so if this is true, if this is legit, you know how it is, I'm wondering what has happened. I'm wondering what has happened, though. Okay. That's the little appetizer right there. That's the little appetizer right there. Okie dokies then, folks. Up next. Well, I'm going to just say it this way. As you know, the job market, for those of you who are looking for employment, either trying to move on from your old job or you just need a job because you're not employed, it's rough out there. I want to say so bad it's rough out there for a pimp. I don't know why I wanted to say that, though. And no, I ain't telling on myself, though. But, you know, it's rough out there looking for a job, filling out applications, doing these interviews and everything else, answering those stupid questions. You know, why you want to work for us and all that? Because I need the money, you know. But this young lady has an interesting take on it, though, and we're going to discuss more about it, though. We're going to talk more about it. But y'all sit back with your libation and let's take a listen, y'all. Take a listen.
Baby, they are not playing about the job market. I live in Nashville, Tennessee. Every single job that I have ever interviewed for or even called about, I have gotten on the spot or either did my first interview and they called me back literally that day or within 24 hours and gave me the job. I thought I was going crazy. I was like, do I need to revamp my resume? Like, I was all on Indeed. I was all on LinkedIn. Like, I was everywhere, baby, with my resume. Everywhere. I'm talking about, like, I have applied. Like, I'll have to, like, post, like, a screenshot of my Indeed on how many jobs I applied to. It took me has it been 4 months now? Maybe 3 months. It's been almost 3 months trying to find a new job. So if you see them videos that pop up on TikTok saying don't quit your job, baby, don't. Unless you start the next day at a new job, do not quit your job. It's been 3 months. Like, I have spent all my days and nights crying, boo-hooing, praying to God, trying to find a job because, like, I've been to probably over 35, 40 interviews. Like, I started not even believing in myself. I was like, is it you? And it's either you're overqualified or underqualified, or either I'm asking for too much. I didn't know asking like $25 was a lot. In management, really management, all management should be on salary. And I'm also seeing an increase in like store management not being on salary. Why are you only paying me $15 an hour to be a store manager? Literally went through the entire process with this other boutique. She was like, I like you, da 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 da. How much were you looking for? And this is before I watched that young lady's video on how to like answer that question. And I was like, look, if it's a perfect world, I'm looking between 28 to 30. But I was like, I know I put 26 on my resume and you guys also had 26 listed on your website. Tell me why she told me 26 was too much and they did not call me back. I literally had to walk into a store. Like, I literally just moved about 3 months ago. So this all happened in the span of like me moving. I just moved 3 months ago. And there's a store down the street from my house that I have been going to. And I've not seen the same cashier twice. The store has been closed when it shouldn't be because they don't have workers. The shelves aren't stocked because they don't have workers. So I put in 4 separate applications for that. But like when I say like 4 separate applications, I called corporate. I called the store. I called the store down the street to try to speak to whomever was over that store. Baby, it took me going in and saying, you guys need help and you guys need me more than I need you to get that job. Literally in my interview, he was like, why do you want to work for my company? I literally told him, I have shopped at this store maybe 6 or 7 times, and every time I try to come in here, there's nothing on the shelves. There's no one working. Y'all don't have any cashiers, and y'all have to close early because y'all don't have any workers. I said, give me the job. I had to go in there and demand a job for them to give me a job.
You know what? I really did like her video, but that constant zooming in and zooming out was a bit, I don't know, off-putting though. But other than that, I did like the video. But back to the topic. All job market blues though. Job market blues. Whoo, hoo, hoo. I saw a comment. Shireen says, yes, at my age, 53, I can't see myself interviewing again. You know what? First of all, I thought you were much younger than that. 53, I did not know you. You don't look it. I thought you were younger than 53. I'm being honest. But okay, God is good. But back to what you were saying, that's the part right there. As the Lord blessed me to turn, to see 55 last Sunday. At my age, I don't mind, I guess, talking to new clients because I'm a freelancer. So I love talking to new clients and potential clients. But it's a world of difference between talking to new clients to potential clients and interviewing for a job. Is a world of difference. And you have to make sure you're afraid that well, let me start over. Make sure you answer all the right questions. And all this, you got to play that corporate game. Why do you want to work this job? Well, because I believe in what this corporation stands for. How much you want to make? Blah, 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 blah. No. That's why I do prefer freelancing in the field that I do. I give them the price list and we discuss, we negotiate, handshake, sign contracts, whatever, and we good to go. That's what I'm talking about right there. Good evening, Elle. Glad to have you here. Glad to have you here. Yeah, that was rough. Hey, Zola. Good to have you here. That was rough. That was rough right there. But the part that would kind of grab me though is that one place stated $26 an hour. And she stated she wanted to get paid $26 an hour. And they refused to do that. And they wouldn't meet her halfway. Boy, I swear that it's rough out there. Okay, well, I believe it. At 50 years old, it's hard. Yes, it is. Ooh, well, not really, because not really. Because trust me, I think artificial intelligence is about to peak out. It's going to peak out soon. I think, and I might be eating these words later on down the road, though. I think it's probably going to burn itself out or wear itself out, and it'll be a fad. But you still need somebody to know how to do AI or what have you. Because, AI is not perfect. It was this video I saw. This guy had this little company, like an advertising firm. He discovered AI. He fired the people who could do good work. He did AI and it was crappy work. And I guess business went under and everything. And to the people that he fired, they ended up getting the big accounts from him. And they wasn't using AI. So no. Trust me, AI is not, it's far from being perfect though. No. Messina says they want you to work, but don't want to pay. And in some cases, I say most cases, that's true. I am starting my own because I can't stand how jobs treat people. Especially if you're looking at the big corporate structure though. Hey, Angel from Huntsville, glad to have you here. Don't say disrespectful things about the company in an interview. Okay, I agree. Theodora, great to have you here, ma'am. I was blessed to interview at 63 and get the position at a different department, which was a promotion. I say it was the favor of God. Yes, ma'am. Amen to that. Andrea says recruiters are helpful. Cut through the red tape. That was my experience when I changed jobs this year. Okay. Something similar has happened to me before. No call back. Once I said what salary I was looking for. Then you know what? Here's the thing right here. And I'm gonna let this comment sit here for a minute. Why get upset when the salary doesn't meet what you asking the potential worker for? You're asking the candidate for. You know, if you ask me how much I expect to be paid for my work, and I tell you where I come from, now this is just me. Where I come from, I believe that people ought to meet each other in the middle and negotiate and see what happens. Does a person just give you a figure? No, no, and you might be, I say no. I'm sorry, but you're too high. No, not my mic now. Let's talk about it. Let's discuss it. Let's say, hey, well, can you bring that down a little bit? How about we do this? Let's negotiate. And then if negotiations fall through, then hey, then you just move on. That's just me though. That's just me. What do I know? What do I know? But it's tough. It's tough. I applied for a job. They ask you for all these references. Can we do what is it? Background check on you and everything. And you think that you got the job. You just know, oh, I'm about to get hired. Womp womp. And you don't hear from them. You don't hear from them. Excuse me. Just exactly. How can people be overly experienced if jobs are not into training? That's a good point right there. That's a good point right there. And I forgot my other point I was about to make. Oh, snap. Oh man, it was a good point too. Yeah. I looked at several when I was doing researching for this particular topic right here. I saw several videos. I saw several videos that were alluding to the fact that Indeed, y'all know the job site Indeed, is almost borderline, if not a scam. Now, this is what alleged that Indeed would have people on there post jobs. They would post jobs and wouldn't hire anybody. And they would use that information as, I guess, advertisement, just to gather people information so they could spam them or what have you. And I've seen several videos that talk about that. Now, I honestly don't know how true that is. So alleged. But these days, anything can happen. Anything can happen though. Yeah. Shireen says, at my current job, before I got my job, my sister told me that I could negotiate a salary. They accepted it, and that was 9 years ago. That is fantastic right there. Angel, the elimination of diversity, equality, and what is that, inclusion is real. Just get ready for a wide awake. You know what? Me and Angel, we're in the state of Alabama, and they definitely are against DEA. And you hear a lot of folks, mean folks, who rag about DEA, and that's the new, and like woke, like the term woke, WOKE, DEI is the new N word. Boy, I swear. Hey, Renee, good to have you here. There is some truth to that for Indeed, okay? I have had several jobs offers texted to me and they for my information from Indeed. They'll bombard you. They will bombard you. You hear me? They'll fill you up though. It's tough out there. Zola, I go to the actual company's website to see if their job is listed there and not just Indeed. You know what? And I heard somebody suggest that in one of those videos. I heard somebody suggest that if they don't have a link for you to go to that jobs to that company's actual website and apply there, then don't waste your time filling out that application on Indeed. Okay. And I think this might go for any other of those online job market thingies. Sonia, I believe Indeed does it because I'm still getting email from Indeed. And that was, wow, 7 years ago when I was applying. Wow. Wow. Mm, mm, mm. They'll do it. I'm trying to tell you. So, Sonia Neal, wow. Unbelievable. Wow. Well, y'all saying it. Y'all seen it here, folks. Y'all read it here. So, and it could be difficult looking for that employment, filling out those applications. And let's be honest with you. We're in the technology age. So it is easier. It's easier to do it now than it was, shucks, back in the 90s when I was fresh out of college. You had to get the Sunday newspaper, look for those jobs. Uh, in my case, catch the bus, go out, and you had to look like you wanted the job or what have you, though. Oh, or you went to a temp service like Kelly's. I wonder if Kelly's still open. You know, to show you how out of touch I might be, though. But now it's easier, but I don't know. You hear people say, well, they're not hiring out there. I don't know. They might be. I don't know. But people want to blame the economy and inflation for that. That's not the case. It's just that these a lot of people, I mean, you got so many people applying for positions, you know, and just like I just stated, it's easier for more people to apply for one position now than it was 30 years ago. You know, if you needed a cashier at a place, well, you might have 10, 20 candidates. Okay. Who knows? If that much, honestly. Whereas in the year 2024, as of this broadcast, you might have hundreds, maybe thousands applying for that one position. So, you know, somebody's going to get hired and somebody's not. You know, so I don't think the economy or inflation or anything else has anything to do with it. I think it's just, I believe, and please dispute me if you feel differently. I believe those factors come into play and add to the frustration that since it's easier for people to apply, well, more people are applying. You know, then, like you say, you got other companies who just playing games and just want your information. So that's just me, though. That's just me right there. Hey, Erica, great to have you. The young lady in video is telling the truth about the job market. Oh yeah, it's garbage. It's not even trash. It's garbage, garbage, with 3 R's in it, like a pirate. Arg. DEI is a topic. A lot of companies are doing away with it. I am happy that my company is still making it a priority. I'm also part of two of my company's ERG group. Please let us know what ERG stands for, as I'm not familiar with that acronym. Yes. Okay, Kelly. Okay, it's still in service. Okay. Okay, I went through Kelly's temp service. Okay, and so did I. Many. Well, back in the 90s, and they are hiring younger to pay. And you know what? I'm gonna put a pin right there. Have y'all noticed in your local market that a lot of older news anchors are stepping down or retiring or whatever because hey, they're older and they in these corporations don't want to pay them that money. And while you see a lot of younger folks, people, new faces are being anchors and reporters and meteorologists and etc. That's a good example of that right there. You know, yeah, and inclusion, yeah, diversity, equity, and inclusion. The goal used to be to eliminate bias in hiring decisions and promotions in the workplace. And it's a doggone shame you had to go to that extreme to make people do right, to make sure everybody get a fair shot. That's a doggone shame right there, but it's what it is. Maybe easier to apply, but why aren't, again, like I said, it's confusing. Like the lady said, the store need, now that right there, that does a bunch of horse feathers right there. That does a bunch of horse feathers. I don't know what they looking for. That's crazy. I wish I had the answers, Erica. I have to hit you in your DM. Excuse me. I wish I had the answers. Wish I had the answers though. Okay. And Erica, I'm having crab tonight. So I thought I'd let you know. Okay. Okay. Hey Angela, great to have you here. Employee resource group. Okay. Learn something new. Learn something new. Yes. Okay. Employee resource are voluntary employee-led groups whose aim is to foster a diverse and inclusive workplace aligned with the organizations they serve. Okay, y'all write that down. Y'all write that down. Thank you. Y'all write that down. Okay. Thank you for that. Sister Wooten. Thank you so much. Boy, like I said, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna move on. It's tough out there. That's all I got to say. It's tough out there. It's tough out there. But if you're still working, just hang in there. Or do like I had to do. Just one day that said, you know what? I'm tired of looking for a job. So I just make my own work. You got a lot of small independent contractors and freelancers and small business owners and what have you. Look into that. Whatever skill you got. I mean, I know y'all don't need me to tell you this though, but hey, I'm a graphic artist. I do this and I do that, and I'm a webmaster. So hey, that's the bread and butter right there. Bless God. That's so hey, if you got a talent, if you can't find a job, make a job. And it helped me though. So okay. Enough with that right there. Enough with that right there. We got a lot. Ooh, how much time we got? I'm trying to see how I'm gonna do this though. Um, let's do this one right here. Y'all just sit here and let's see what y'all got to say about this. Y'all take a listen.
I came up with this quote that says, honesty is telling the truth when asked a question. Transparency is telling me what I don't even know to ask. I desire transparency. And so what happens a lot of times in relationships, the people say, why didn't you tell me that? Instead of just, and then when somebody puts that on you, then you have to ask yourself, why didn't I say that? And when the answer is you didn't trust that if you share with them whatever it was that you didn't want to share, that it would be a safe space. And so when people lack transparency in their relationships, that's where the relationship begins to crumble.
Honesty and transparency and relationships. And I know this might be a common sense topic or what have you, who knows. But how many of y'all have had issues with honesty and transparency in relationships? I've learned in my older age, I think at beginning at age 40, this whatever that is that may be a burden to the relationship, I just tell them up front, hey, I'm interested in dating you, interested in starting something with you though. But this is what I'm dealing with right here. This is what I'm going through. This is what I have. This is what I don't have. This is what I can do. This is what I cannot do. Can you deal with that? I think things like that should be discussed. And we talk about this. We talk about this in the after parties on previous shows, though, in the groups and what have you, though. But it's important, you know, tell people up front. Then you can give that person, that potential suitor, the choice whether or not they want to pursue it. You know, they want to go through with it. Don't wait till everything is all peachy keen and then wait till the middle of the relationship or whatever and lay some heavy stuff on them. You know, something crazy. Babe, I got something to tell you. I'm from the planet Jupiter. I tried to, I don't want to keep secrets between us. I mean, something like that, Let me see what y'all got to say. Let me see what y'all got to say. You know what? And that's true. I think that's been that way for decades, though. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, Donna, great to have you here. It takes both honesty and transparency to keep that trust. It's all about communication. Amen to that. Do you think you can say too much too soon? Nowadays, I don't think you can, because there's some things people may not want to deal with. There may be some things people just don't want to deal with. But I also believe that if it's something that's not germane to the relationship, that will not affect the relationship in any way, shape, form, or fashion, keep it to yourself. If it's not going to affect the other person, keep it to yourself. But if it's something that needs to be discussed, like if you have health issues or emotional, mental issues or what have you, then you need to discuss that and let them make the choice. But then again, results may vary. I say that all the time on here. Hey, beautiful woman, great to have you here. Oh, she got all her hands up. Okay. Being straightforward and upfront with a person at the beginning of a relationship can save a lot of headaches. You better say that right there. Hey, Joe, good to have you here. That's a great way to start. I do the same thing. Communication is key. Knowing how to express all this is a great way to be honest and transparent. Yes, ma'am, it is. I talked to a guy for 2 months, and then one day I decided to ask him, where is this heading? All I got was crickets. Well, dang. Oh, wow. He should have said something. I don't know. Hey, Latoya, how you doing? I agree to tell them from the beginning. Asking the hard questions early save you a lot of time and energy. Latoya, I agree with you. I agree. This deal with it, hash it out, and let each party make a decision whether or not they want to move forward, instead of finding some surprises along the way. Was a good place to be honest and transparent. First date, wait a few months. Well, one, I can't answer for everybody. I wish I was that big of a guru, but I'm not a guru. But the best I could just say is for myself is it just depends. Like I said, I believe, this is just me, I believe in having conversations, at least several conversations before the first date. And then we go from there. And even on the first date, some things. But I think you ought to lay the heavy stuff before the date. And then the whatever. But definitely, that's just me, before the first date. You don't want to be out there having a good time and you lay something heavy on them. And then everything becomes uncomfortable and awkward. And again, that's the way I look at things. Honesty is the best policy. Hey, Tara Lynn, good to have you. It's best to be honest. Some people can be in a relationship already and won't tell you. Exactly. Absolutely. Absolutely. No. No, Joe, I disagree. Is it easier? Oh, you're asking me. Okay. Is it easier for women? No, both men. I say this all the time in the groups. That's one of the rules. Neither gender is better than the other, and neither gender is worse than the other. Both men and women can be the most honest people, and both men and women can be dishonest. No, because I have met women who lie, and I know some fellas who lie. Wake up in the morning, lie, go to bed, lie. So it's not a case of gender. It just depends on the individual, regardless of their being a man or woman. And again, here's another. I gotta straighten you out, Messina. Had a long talk with you. The guys get you to pour out your soul, but have issues with talking face to face. It can go on from on. And again, for you, and listen to me good, that both men and women do this. I know you're a woman and you only dealt with men though, but both men and women do this. Men do it to women, women do it to men. Not all, just some. So once, and I say this all the time, once we get past that foolishness and dumping everything on the opposite gender, we'll never get healing or move forward or what have you, though. So that was for free. Honesty and transparency is important. Let's think how soon. First date, you stay only. Well, you know what? I wouldn't discuss that on the first date. Like I said, if it's not going to affect her or hurt anybody, I'm not going to bring that up, though. You know what? You're all right with me, Renee. But some people don't know how to be on, and some people don't. And again, it's not a gender thing. You get some men and some women who just don't know how to be honest and transparent. That's just how it goes. That's just how it go, y'all. I wish I had an answer for that. That makes sense. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I like being around people who keep it real. Just be yourself and keep it real. I don't like phony people. Let me decide if it's something I want to deal with up front. And again, there's some things you don't need to bring up, like what Renee says. You shouldn't be out on dinner and say, "Hey, guess what? I got one big toe." I mean, seriously. Oh, you know what? These false teeth. What? I ain't gonna say that, but what Leslie said some years ago on the episode, you got a glass eye or whatever. Oops. Okay. Some things, let's use some common sense. But like Erica said, okay, I don't know what's going on with this mouse. Okay. I'd rather have someone be, please do. Honest is the best policy. Some folks lead you on thinking that they're totally single. Then they reveal you that they're married. Yeah, but that's when you have to kind of ask the right questions. Ask the right questions. And do a little investigating too. Do background checks. Trust me. And I do not have a problem if a potential suitor, she decides to do a background check on me. I have no issue with that because I have nothing to hide. Renee. And then you also need to feel safe to open up to that individual as well. I do agree about not wanting to ever share, but you want to be cautious as well. And you sure do. Latoya, I was talking to this man about from a dating site. We were connecting in a lot of areas. Then he bought up the hoochie cooch. I told him I was waiting until marriage. He told me he couldn't wait. So we ended on a good note and no emotions invested. Hey, it happens. What in the world going on with my okay, y'all don't see what's going on with this mouse though. Okay. Hey, it happens. You know, okay, hold on. Oh man, what is going on with this? True, okay. Okay. If you don't feel safe to open up, in my opinion, now y'all making me feel like a guru tonight. In my opinion, I feel that if you don't feel safe opening up, then maybe you don't need to date. So, hey, I'm like that. Oh snap, man! Guess what, y'all? My mouse is acting up. Hold up. Oh, I know what's going on. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. There you go. That's what was going on. Oops. Minor technical difficulty, but it's all good now. Okay, listen. You can be honest and it's still not enough. True that. But I want to go back to this. If you don't feel, you shouldn't. If you don't feel like dating, feel like if you don't feel safe opening up, then maybe I don't know. I don't know. Maybe go to crochet classes. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I think I mean these days you ought to use some common sense and put safety first and protect yourself though. But at some point though, especially if things looking good though. I asked that question because transparency requires a person to become vulnerable. That's true. So I was wondering, no, oh, now that's a good question. For me, it's not. It's not. I just know how much to to tell. I know how much vulnerability I allow to happen. So, you know, real recognizes real, okay? I'd rather be hurt by the truth versus a lie. Ain't that the truth? Yes, a lot. Okay, I wouldn't mind a crochet class. Okay, Marcus. Speaking of transparency, it's important to make something clear. It doesn't mean that you should operate without a filter. Don't blurt out the first thing that comes to mind in its rawest form for the sake of honesty. That is pretty wise right there. Trust me, crochet class is fun, but definitely a good time to hear. oh, I believe that too, and I was thinking about that. I was thinking about that too. I might need to do that myself. I'm 55. Let's see. Might meet my wife. Okay. 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 We just leave that alone. Okay. Bottom line is be honest and transparent, but also use wisdom and guidance from the Lord, from the Holy Spirit to guide you on at least what to say and what direction to go with that. So, okay. Okay, we got two more quick things and we'll be through. We're gonna be through. Uh 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 here I gotta put these up here too. Let me really put these up here. Because I really like these comments up here. Think it's Bird Plot. If not, okay. Sonia said if you don't feel open, sometimes, yeah, I won't say it therapy too. I mean, you and I on the same page. Pastor Baldwin's good to have you. Use wisdom, you will know when you amen to that. Okay. Up next. Well, Bath and Body Works had these new candles coming out. And it was called Snowed In. But they had to take it down though, because they got complaints on how these candles looked. What do these candles, what's the first thing when you see these candles do you think of? Y'all just tell me what y'all think about when you see those candles. I'm just gonna let y'all think about it. Okay. Battery says aliens. But guess what everybody else is saying? Uh-huh. 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 Okay. Uh-huh. 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 Okay. Well, and what Latoya said. Yep, a lot of folks have said that these candles remind them of the KKK. You know, and I saw it too when I first saw these candles. I saw it on the news. I didn't have the volume up. I said, I thought about that. Then I looked into it. And of course, and the funny thing about it is, and I'm going to say it right here, it's amazing that you read these news articles on social media, how different people have different perceptions. And they complain about people being overly sensitive because they see what they saw. So, that's how that goes. So it was a big commonality as to those who didn't see the Klan in that image right there. So, hey, that's the only thing I can just say right there on that though. So that's the only thing I can just say right there. Okay, up next, and one quick one though. Black Label Bacon. Hormel bacon. They got a new, it's probably been out for about a month though. And I wanted to put it up here last week, but didn't get a chance to. But here we go, y'all. So for my fellow bacon lovers out there, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Cinnadust, Seasoning Blend Rub. Yes. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, cinnamon sugar flavored thick cut bacon, coated with cinnamon sugar rub. Wow. And I love bacon. I love thick cut bacon. Erica says, yuck. Andrea says, why? Just why? Oh, Latoya said, I bet that's good. It might be good. Renee says, what in the world? Sonia says, no, thank you. Oh, boy. I don't know. If I could find some, I might try to look for some and get it and let y'all know how, don't hurt to try. I tried. Hey, Sandra, good to have you. Okay. It might burn the bacon while cooking the sugar, being the case. He's a chef, so Reginald know what he's talking about. Apparently, they didn't do a market analysis for presenters. But okay. She's talking about the candle. Okay. No, Erica, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to send you a sandwich. Okay? Okay. I do turkey bacon. The CDC flavor. Dunkin' Donut has maple flavor. And it's good. It is good. It is good. Oh, goodness. It's good. It is real good. It's good. Okay. And no thank you for the, hey, it'll be a blessing to you. On that note, y'all, on that note, guess what? Believe it or not, we out of time, y'all. It just happened just that fast. We are out of time. So let's get with these announcements, y'all. Up next, in about half past the hour, at the bottom of the hour, we're going to have an after party. The Zoom link is already posted in Single Black Christians and Single Black Christians Connections. It's there. You can click on it. You can go to the Zoom part, but I'm not letting people in until half past the hour, though. So, but it's already up. It's up. It's up. It's up as we speak. And oops, hit the wrong one. Next week, if it's the Lord's will, we'll be back for another edition of SBC Tuesday Talk. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Subscribe to my YouTube channel at Mike Walker SBC on YouTube, Mike Walker SBC on YouTube, and Single Black Christians on Facebook. So do that. Yeah, there you go. Go to YouTube. It don't cost you a dime to do it, though. YouTube, hey, at Mike Walker SBC. Just look for Mike Walker SBC. And you'll see a cat. So make sure you should subscribe and you share these videos. It helps a whole lot. Okay? Do that for me. Okay? And guess what, y'all? That's it. Thank y'all so much. Thank you for your participation. Thank you for your support. I hope you got something out this episode. I enjoyed y'all. Hopefully y'all enjoyed me. So until then, take care. Be good to each other. Be blessed. And don't take any wooden nickels. So long, everybody.